Borden, like I said, Borden is so committed to the craft that he's willing to live his life,
Hmm.
splitting his life up with another brother, and neither of them get to live a full life. Like that commitment is, insane. But you
Yes.
also gotta say, like, man, you're committed. And Angier is like willing to travel the world and burn up all this money and all this kind of stuff.
Money ain't a
But
thing.
they're right, they're committed to their craft, man. So I just like the way that they do that. And I like that the movie doesn't give you like any obvious protagonist.
Mm,
Like it would be easy to try to make one guy good, one guy
yeah.
bad, but the writing allows you to see kind of both guys and both of their faults, and like you can kind of judge both of them equally.
Yeah, and it's tight the way that they intermingle. Like they come together, but even when they're apart, they're still together. Like
They're
they're
still
still
together,
on
yeah,
each other's mind and things like that.
yeah,
I thought that was dope.
rent free. They're
Yeah,
living
rent
rent free in
free.
each other's heads. Yeah.
And the joint kind of reminds me of a Dave Chappelle skit too, man, where it's like, not just the player hater joint and these dudes are going back and forth hating on each other. But it also reminds me of the fact that what you were talking about when one dude is sitting there and they didn't live a full life and they're twins or whatever. It's like the Splitting Houses joint where Dave he plays Tyrone, no, not Tyrone. I forget the guy's name. He looks like Jackson. He lives with the white
Oh,
family,
when they did the white
yeah,
swap
yeah, the
thing,
wife
white
swapping
swap,
joint.
yeah, yeah,
Where it's like, oh, you better switch your tone, woman. Like
yeah,
just
yeah.
that, just the like trying to get inside the minds of how the other person lives, et cetera, et cetera. Like that
Hmm.
joint really appealed to me on a multitude of fronts. But you also mentioned certain things too, where you labeled this joint, basically the original rap beef,
Yeah,
where
yeah. They beefed out, man. They
yeah,
beefed out. They all they needed was Hot 97.
or WBLS or whatever it turned
Right,
into.
right,
Um,
right.
but the joint that's crazy to me is that like this is about self-destruction. And I started thinking about rap beef and I started thinking about the song Self-Destruction. That came out like what was it, 89, 99? No, excuse me, 1990. And then I started thinking about Proverbs 16:18, where it says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And then there's
Yep.
then shortened it before pride cometh before the fall.
Big for our fall, yeah.
But the point being is that these dudes were so possessed by their ego and driven by that it became madness, and that was the
Yeah.
reason why they both suffered severe losses, not only on a personal level as far as like a loved one, but also internally. So I love that part. uh I love the fact that this is all about basically this labyrinth of deception, to the lengths that these guys would go to in order to get around not only the audience but also to themselves, their loved ones. And it was I think encapsulated by when Olivia meets with Borden, and Borden's like, yo, look, I love you, I just like my wife, I love my daughter, and what with you I want to be. And she's like, you know what, I could see myself being talked about in this manner with you talking to another woman. And then the thing that really put the nail in the coffin is her saying, you two deserve each other. And that point, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
imagine being able to really stand on business and be able to deliver something like that, deadpan, straight face, and knowing that, you know what, I have no regrets because what I'm saying is factual.
Yeah. 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 Nice. This the anything else you got cake wise?
Man, cake wise, I think we've covered it to death, whether it be just the depth of the movie itself, the craftsmanship, which is
Very well done.
ironically told in the show. I mean, like, I think we covered it, man. Like, everything about this joint is dope.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a smoking movie, man.
Yeah.
I know the last couple of weeks we haven't had anything in the hate section, man. But the inner hater in me like just had to put something out this week.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna have nothing next week. So a couple of things. Yo, I like Angie. Yo, Angier, I think if I was rooting for somebody, I was rooting for Angier. So I was mad that he got killed in the end, but he took it too far. He took it too far by trying to take the dude's daughter. Like that was like when
Yeah.
he did that, I was like, all right, you earned these bullets that you got, man. But I was rooting for Angier. I would have liked to see him come out on top. He didn't, so be it. But when Angier gets killed, and you mentioned to it before,